J.C. Jackson, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. Madden football.
Just on Sun Stadium in Nashville. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Austin Desperados and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, we take a look at this Titan ball club entering play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visiting Austin ball club, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
On 1st and 10, Johnson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They find some open field here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll look to throw here. Eluding the pressure right to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Johnson. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. Johnson now looking to throw on second down. Johnson from the gun on third down. Caught by Woods. And he will have a Titans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Johnson. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Johnson. And his throw is incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnson. Now they go screen. It's complete. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. This is taken at the 15. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, the week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll decide to keep this once more. Gets around him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On second. 25 now at the 24. Back to throw now on first down. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now back to throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days in Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Johnson dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. To the right side, this is Taylor. He'll take this to the 46. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. He did his best to just get 4 on the down, but not enough.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. He's got room at the 30. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Johnson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's Johnson to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Johnson. And the pressure gets to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Boston's offense ready to go again. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Bengals who are out in front. Joe Burrow has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And you can see they lead the visiting Arizona Cardinals at halftime. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers trying to hold on and claim victory. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Again, it's Taylor.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Titan football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And they run the option on second down, finding room at midfield.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. How about that? Their quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. is something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point splits the uprights. That slices the lead down to 17-10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7. That's the 30 to the 32. Second and 3.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite the lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now Johnson to throw on 3rd down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
2nd and 9 now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
And they really need to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit, and once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Johnson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And this offense on 3rd down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
Yeah, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. Out come the Titans now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Johnson now to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Johnson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
Boston's offense ready to go again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw here.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Defense.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass.
This to make it a 2-score game.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And the Titans getting set to go.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Johnson under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
He's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Johnson.
And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Johnson's throw pulled in by Woods.
And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, 45 yards.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's the option play now to the left. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And drop the throw. Dancing away at the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year.